All right, I got this one prepped and ready to paint right here, or spray. I'm gonna put just clear coat over it. I'm fixing to show you exactly what I'm gonna use, but I'm hoping it'll make that grain right there stand out. All I did was just go over that stuff with a soft brush, you know, nothing. I didn't want to take everything off. I just wanted to take the loose stuff off that was on there. You know, and then that way it wouldn't be in the finish. You know, it wouldn't come off when I'm spraying it, and then you know, drop down and hit, you know, the top or the bottom or whatever, be in the finish. But I think it's gonna look good in just a minute. But this is what I'm using right here. I'm using this polyacrylic by Minwax, and it's clear satin. I don't like gloss on stuff like this. If I was looking for a, you know, something that I wanted really slick and smooth, then I might go with the gloss, but I don't really like the heavy shine. So this is just a little less. You know, it doesn't have the heavy shine. These right here I get from Harbor Freight. They're inexpensive. I painted trucks and tractors, and I mean, I've painted, I don't know, everything with these little guns right here, and they're inexpensive. And if something happens to one, like if you don't get it cleaned out enough, you know what I'm talking about, just chunk it, because I mean, it's not like it's costing a whole lot. It's worth it just to grab a brand new one and go with it again. But I do try to clean them. It's just sometimes, you know how it is, it's hard to get all the paint or clear coat out of that right there, and you start having trouble with them. I mean, you can rebuild them and all that and clean them out, and I have done that many a times, but they're cheap, they're inexpensive, and they're nice. They'll put that paint on just as even. Like I said, I've painted trucks with those things. Anyway, I'm not a salesman for Harbor Freight and those paint guns, but I'm just giving you a recommendation. I like them. So let me get this thing painted. Let's see if it'll make that grain stand out like I'm hoping it will. And we'll get back to the rest of the video. All right, y'all, look at this now. This is the reason I didn't want to stain it, because you wouldn't be able to see all of that natural stain in there. It would just be darker where you would, you know, if you put like a brown or something on there. Yeah, I got my buddies out here helping me. They stay right with me, right there all the time. But yeah, darken everything up. And I'm gonna, what I do is I put a heavy coat on first, because it's gonna soak a lot of that, you know, that raw wood's gonna soak up a lot of it. And then I go back with a light piece of sandpaper and I sand everything back down. And that paint will make those, make the grain stand up, if it makes any sense. So it'll feel super rough at first, but then when you go over and you sand it with that light sandpaper, it smooths it back out for the second coat, and it roughs that first coat up enough to for that to stick to it. You know, that next coat to be able to bond right to it better. So I try to do that between coats, and I'll probably put, especially on these tops right here, I'll probably spray, I don't know, probably four coats or so. This first coat though, I always put it on heavy, and I just sprayed this one. Yeah, and if you get some bluing in this right here, I don't know, you'll see some every now and then, it'll be a little blue looking. It's okay, it'll dry clear, but you can see it right here. It's just where that paint got heavy on it. I mean, that clear coat got heavy on it, and it's just thick right there, but it'll dry clear. I think they're gonna look pretty good with that base on that one. Y'all hang in there, we're gonna get all the coats on it and get it over there and see what it looks like in her house. Oh, y'all look at that right there. That is gorgeous, isn't it? So let's go see what they look like in Hannah's house. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, dressed it up a little bit.
Ain't no doubt. Made your whole room look so much better.
Heck yeah, looks good. Looks good. If we had some bulbs for the lamps, we would turn them on for y'all and let you look at them, but we don't. Yeah, we got one bulb. We got one bulb, so we'd have to do the video with this one on and then do a video with that one on. So, yeah. I think it turned out good. I think it matches good.
Yeah,
I think those logs right there were part of these. Yeah, these cuts right here and these in the bed. So I just used them for that.
That's perfect. They look so good.
They do look good. This little tiny bed We weighed this part of the bed right here.
We weighed half the footboard, and half the footboard alone was 300 pounds.
Yeah, half of it.
Mm-hmm.
So 600, and we know good and well that big board right there 600.
Over 600.
And not to mention the frame on these big old things on the side like this. There ain't no telling what that thing weighs. We're gonna say 1,200, and we're gonna be conservative saying that. That stuff right there is heavy.
Had to reinforce the house under the stuff.
Yeah. There it is though. We got it. Hope y'all enjoyed the videos. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.